Hi, this is JC Parets with Eagle Bay Capital, and today we're going to talk about the yen. We got three charts with us today. The first one is a weekly chart of dollar yen, so USDJPY. In May, we put in a high of 104. That's when things were really going parabolic. And really since then, they were consolidating nicely in somewhat of a healthy symmetrical triangle sort of formation. You know, that lasted for a good 6 months. And then we broke out of those levels and went on to make new highs above 104. Now, a funny thing happened. We hit about 105 and a half on those highs in December and then quickly rolled over. That worries me. You had momentum rolling over on those new highs, and those new highs failed. And we hate it when new highs failed. So after the sell-off last week, yen once again sold off. So USDJPY rallied back up to that 104 level, and that was the high last Friday. We've been selling off ever since. So I think that you can be short of USDJPY, or essentially long yen, with a stop above that 104. The second chart that we're looking at is FXY, which is the yen exchange traded fund. In this case, when the price goes up, that means that yen is doing well, as opposed to USDJPY, where yen is doing well when the price goes down. In this case, we're looking at shares of FXY. Look at the new lows in December. Look at RSI at the same time putting in a higher low, while prices is putting in a lower low. That bullish divergence is something that we take very seriously, and that's a good entry point. That to me is reason enough to look very carefully at what's transpiring in the yen. So the third chart is the daily chart of this FXY. And look at the exact same thing. Look at the false breakdown in December. I circled it here. You can see it highlighted. And on Friday, when FXY was selling off, look at the low on Friday at $94. This is essentially the exact same level where we bottomed out in May. So longs of yen can use that 94 level as a stop. As long as we're above that, I think yen goes a lot higher. So what are the implications really for US equities? Well, we know that there's a very high negative correlation between yen and US stocks. So I think that that's something to pay attention to, not just in the short term, but over the longer term as well. So those are the levels that we're watching. I like yen right here, right now. Again, this is JC Parets with Eagle Bay Capital. Make sure to read the blog, allstarcharts.com. Make sure to follow us on StockTwits and Twitter at allstarcharts, and our Tumblr page, allstarcharts.tumblr.com.